James, I know we've asked you a lot about the three-point record as we were nearing tonight, but now that you've done it, what's your first thoughts?
Unbelievable accomplishment. Just a testament to the amount of work that I've been putting in. As I get older and just chip away at an unbelievable career, start to accomplish things like that. So I don't never want to take it for granted. I just want to give motivation to the youth and every other person that's chasing a dream to play professional basketball, whatever it is. So it's an honor.
And I don't know if you saw, but KD had a message for you that the Clippers posted on their socials.
No, I haven't seen it yet. What's Slim say?
It was just a little video that they put together of him. He had the first assist to your first three-point basket.
Oh, wow.
And he just talked about how inspiring your career has been and the things you've accomplished. Just when you think back.
He said all that?
He did, actually, yeah. I'll take a look at it afterwards. But when you look back on coming in the league with him, Russ, and the fact that you guys all became MVPs and are still here doing it, just what comes to mind?
Longevity, man. Just, they set the blueprint. When I got there, they already had the blueprint of how to work, how to be a professional in this league. And so all I did was just fall right in line, you know what I mean? And to where it's like every single day you work your butt off. You listen to the coaches and you figure out how to play well every single night. And those 3 years, really helped me in my NBA career because it just gave me a ground base to where I can go off of. And from that point on, I was so comfortable and confident in myself. So when I got traded to Houston, I just knew I was going to be successful. You know what I mean? Because I learned how to work at a young age. So, shout out to KD, shout out to Russ and the entire Oklahoma City organization for, that ground building that they gave me.
James, what did it take for you guys to break the losing streak, and how much was that hanging over you guys' heads?
I mean, it's a long season, so obviously as much as we want to win every single game, that's I don't think that's possible. But for us, man, it's just getting better every single game. And we had, a horrible trip in the sense of the win and loss column. So we wanted to come back home and kind of, find ourselves, fast. And I think we did that. So we got another test tomorrow. But it's going to be ups and downs throughout the course of this year. I think for us, it's making sure we continue to get better and not letting go of the rope. And, tonight was a good bounce back for us. So tomorrow's going to be another challenge for us.
So this is the 8th time in your career where you had double-digit assists and not a single turnover, and it's the 3rd time Kris has started alongside you. How's the whole team kind of helped you take care of all of it, allow you to still make plays for everybody?
That's one of the reasons why even the last couple games, teams has been getting out in transition and scoring against us is because our turnover. So I think for my job is as long as a few other things that I have to do as far as for this team, I think just taking control of the ball, making sure we get a shot on the rim as much as possible, and being decisive with my decision making for me personally. But for us, if we can limit our turnovers and get a shot up, I think that gives us a good chance to get our defense set and have teams go against our half-court defense.
Seems like you joke with Sean that you're really number one on the list because Steph is unreal. Could you catch Steph? What would it take for you or anyone to catch Steph?
I mean, I'm one of the most confident, guys that we have in this league. But no, I probably won't catch Steph. And I don't think anybody will, honestly, just because. And Steph started and he just, I don't know, man. He can shoot the shit out the ball, and granted, a lot of these guys are on that list for catch and shoot players, right? So they came off pin downs, they were spot shots or whatnot. Now in the games of Walters, guys like Steph is coming off pin downs, he's creating off ISOs, he's coming off pick and roll, so there's so many different variables to be able to shoot the three and make shots and do it at an efficient high level. So. Somebody has to have an unbelievable career, shoot the ball well, and make a lot of threes. And, I mean, if it happens, it's going to be when we're not here anymore. So that'll be got to be in there for a minute.
Last one, tomorrow.
James, 3 games now starting with Kris at that back row. What's it been like playing with him? What have been some of the differences that you felt out there, maybe pressure-wise, the ability to create more for yourself? What do you feel is the difference so far?
I mean, just what he brings to the table, his defensive tenacity. You know, he's been put in different roles in these last few games, like a little bit unorthodox, especially in that Houston trip. You know, to where we just got to get more comfortable and figure out how can we attack different defenses, how they guard us. But for the most part, you know, he knocks some shots down. How many he hit? 3? He hit 3 for 6 tonight, which is 50%. I know he's mad at himself because he feel like he should make every shot, but he brings just a different dynamic to the team, which we need. So, you know, hopefully we can get this thing going.
Did you know Norm still had bounce like that?
Excuse me?
Did you know Norm had bounce like that?
I mean, me and Norm was joking about it. Like, I mean, he does it in practice or whatnot in shoot-arounds, but he don't do it in the games. Like, going into that Houston game, I had more dunks than him, which is only one, but I had more dunks than him. And then he called me last game, and then tonight we both had a dunk. So, for him to be athletic and 29 years old, he got 2 dunks. We got the same amount of dunks. So, yeah. Thanks, y'all.
What did you like about what you guys did tonight?
Well, for one, you know, taking care of the basketball was huge. You know, I think, you know, the ball was moving, the ball was hopping, made the right play. I thought we actually got into our stuff, especially in that first half, first 3 quarters. And then, you know, offensive rebound. We knew they was going to, you know, crash the glass and get offensive rebounds, but, you know, I thought we did a decent job with that. And then coming into the game, we talked about keeping them off the free throw line. Like, they attack, they get to the free throw line. And we did a good job with that as well. So, you know, we have 30 assists when the ball's moving, taking care of the basketball, only 9 turnovers. We are a different team. So that was good to see.
James obviously hit a pretty significant milestone tonight. What was it like to watch him do that and see him continue to develop his game so much?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, to be a scorer, the way he can score at all 3 levels, and then, you know, be second all time in three-pointers made is crazy. And a lot of tough threes, you know, off the dribble, step backs, you know, pocket threes, you know, pulling up off the dribble in pick and rolls. And just to see what he's accomplished, you know, being a 2-guard when he came into the league and then transitioning to a point guard, like his whole career, like I said, it's been great. And so to be second all time, like that's a crazy stat, it's a crazy accomplishment, and I'm just happy for him.
Did you know he could still dunk like that?
No. No.
Ty, did you know Norm could dunk like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did you make of Mo?
Where you at, Tom, man?
Right.
Oh, okay.
What did you make of Mo? He really seemed to make an immediate impact as soon as he checked into that game today.
Yeah, I thought Mo was great. I thought his length, his size was really good. Rebounding the basketball, rolled to the basket, got some dunks, some putbacks. And, you know, then, like, you know, his three-point shooting is going to come around. Like, he hasn't played in, you know, 2 or 3 months. And so just getting him on the floor, you know, he really did a good job. So it's good to have him back.
I think you mentioned the 3 different stints with Zoo. I didn't really work that way. I don't think in the first half. But is that just going to be like a game-to-game thing? Or are you still kind of just going to mess with different things to see how he's doing game-to-game?
Yeah, game to game. But he didn't start the second quarter, so which allowed us to play him a little bit more in that second quarter. But it's going to be game to game. Just, you know, the feel and the flow of the game and how he's playing and if he's tired or foul trouble. So a lot of different things could happen, you know, throughout the course of the game. But I like where he's at today. 32 minutes is decent. Thank you. Oh, you got something? Damn.
No, just talking about Norm, you know, kind of a bounce back game for him. Just what are the adjustments you see that teams are doing with his hot start, and what things have he kind of adjusted to after, you know, the couple games he struggled?
Yeah, I think, you know, early in transition, you know, throwing it ahead, getting some easy threes. And like I said, just they're going to play him different. You know, he's averaging 25 points a game, shooting the ball at a high clip. And so just, I told him just be patient, like making the right play. Your teams are going to double team and put 2 on the ball. Just making the right play. And that's what he did. And then tonight, I don't think he's ever going to miss when he's wide open. And he missed some easy shots. And I thought Scoot did a good job of just getting into the paint, attacking, and making the right pass and play all night, which we got a lot of shots that we didn't knock down. So we got to continue to keep playing like that. We have 43s. When we get 43s, that means we're playing basketball the right way.
Ty, you guys were 7-7 through 14 games. Roughly 20% of the season's done at this point. Do you have a good handle of where you guys are in the areas that you would like to see them improve compared to potentially even past seasons?
Yeah, I know where we need to improve.
Besides just turnovers, what are some of the other areas? Because I know you come in here and you talk about turnovers a lot, but
yeah, I think just continue to get to the second actions. I think tonight was the first real test of us, having Katie in the starting lineup, and so I thought James was more fresh. Like he didn't get worn down, having to bring the ball the whole game, getting pressured the whole game. And I thought it was good for us, and so we just got to continue to keep building off that. How we're going to work Mo in, to the rotation, who he fits best with, and then, just kind of go from there.
Coach, did you like what you've seen from your team overall defensively? I know Utah kind of made a little bit of a run in the fourth quarter, but with the tough Golden State team coming in here tomorrow, is going to like to move the ball, like to get to the basket, find open threes. What did you like what you've seen from your team tonight overall?
Yeah, I thought first half, we were really good. I mean, we set the tone early. We were physical. Our brackets were really good on the defensive end. And I thought we really did a good job. I thought in the third quarter, with us being up 20, we just kind of let our guards down. And they got into an offensive rhythm, which we knew we couldn't let them do because they want to play in space. They want to move freely. And we didn't do a good job in that third quarter with our physicality. And that's kind of how they got the momentum in that second half.
Thank you.
How did it feel to make an instant impact in your first minutes as a Clipper?
It was good. It's really good. I told myself out there today, it wasn't going to be a matter of making shots or scoring. It was going to be just trying to get extra possessions and things of that nature.
What stood out to you in a positive way in terms of what felt easy and what felt more difficult?
What felt easy was just meshing with the guys. Mm-hmm. I played with a lot of the guys in the early stages of when I signed, the Rico runs. So they know my game a good amount. But it's just different at this level. So for things to mesh as quick as, they were able to tonight was pretty positive. I think on the flip side of that, I think the second unit needs to do a better job of coming in and just dominating the little things,
When you're on the floor, obviously first game for them after coming back from an injury, and you did play the stay-ready games, but when you're on the floor, does it feel like there was any rust for you that you had to knock off?
Yeah, I thought my shot was pretty flat. My shot was pretty flat, and my timing on blocking shots was a little off, but normally when I miss time and I come back, my rebounding timing is a little bit off, but today I was just aggressive with just going to meet the ball.
Does that surprise you, though, that your rebounding timing wasn't off? Does that give you, encouragement that because that wasn't off, maybe you're farther along than you might have even thought?
Yeah. Yeah. I think playing in that one game in the G League kind of helped with that. But at the end of the day, it's just going after the ball. It's hitting your guy and going to meet the ball.
Mo, what went into the last couple of weeks for you to get ready to be able to play on this level, on this court?
A lot. A lot. Felt like I was lifting every day. Cardio work, playing one-on-one against Amir Johnson, who still kind of has it, who still kind of got it, was really tiring. And then, just coming in by myself and in the recovery, and then mentally it was pretty tough too. Just getting over the hurdle of just you're not hurt anymore. Just go out there and try it.
We didn't get to talk to you when you got to the team and everything. Mm-hmm. Why did this team want you? Why did you want to come here? And what's it been like, outside of basketball, getting to know these guys that you teammates with?
Yeah, I think, the guys were pretty aggressive in recruiting me. Once free agency kind of hit, and it was on all three levels. It was from ownership to management, and then obviously head coach and players, all four levels. guys reached out and they're like, listen, like, you know, we haven't had, you know, a big who can stretch the floor and the way how you do, and I think, you know, it could be a really good thing here.
Why has someone like Kawhi connected with you, and how have y'all kept that connection going since y'all have been teammates these last few months now?
Yeah, I mean, I've known Kawhi pretty well since I was in high school. And he reached out to me. It was a very random day. He reached out to me in between, like, classes, and I was like, what? And he used to just check on me. He was pretty close with my brother for the most part. And he would just check on me. And then obviously when I got down to Texas, getting to know his mom, getting to know his uncle, and coming down for games and getting to know him a little bit was awesome. And every summer he would tell me, come to San Diego, come to San Diego. And I was like, ain't nobody trying to go to San Diego. And then finally, you know, I signed. No, you're in LA, you don't want to go to San Diego. But finally, like, I signed, and a couple weeks went by, and I was playing in Rico's, and he called me one day randomly, and he was like, come down to San Diego. And I was like, all right, I guess I'll come to San Diego. And got with him, we worked out, spent some time together, and, you know, it was good. Can't wait to get him back.
Well, if you don't mind me asking, what was it you were dealing with that kind of limited you to start the year? Because I think you were okay to start the preseason.
Yeah, the weird part about it was, like, I've had this injury. I had the same exact injury last year with the Sixers, but I kind of played through it. Like, I wanted to play through it here, but, you know, the training staff, you know, I got to give thanks when due. They were like, no, this is something that, like, it's pulling on different areas of your body. Like, your biomechanics are changing because of this area of your body, my knee. Let's really figure this out so we can strengthen other areas on your body so we can, you know, not have to deal with this all season long. Because I've dealt with it for a while I was in Philly. It was annoying, but it's it's not a specific injury. My knees are, as the doctor would say, like in the 90th percentile of healthy-looking knees. But I kept getting this pocket of fluid in my knee, and it was a little bit frustrating because we couldn't figure out, like, why it was coming. But now we have it settled, and now there's a plan in place to kind of mitigate that.
Does that plan involve maybe not playing back-to-backs, or is there more of a day-to-day workload aside from that you look at to manage it?
I'm not Joe. I'm gonna. I'll die on my shield if I have to. But no, there's definitely a plan in place. I think there was a little bit of a minute restriction there, but I didn't reach those minutes. So I think going into tomorrow, I feel pretty comfortable. I feel pretty good and springy. So we'll see tomorrow.
What was most important about being able to break the 3-game losing streak?
Get a win.
A double-digit win.
Barely. Should have been easier, but you know, we got to be better with just closing the game out. Going up 20 at the half, we got to be able to come out better. You know, we gave up like a lot of points to start the third, and we just got to be better. We can't relax. We can't let the teams you know, believe they got a chance.
What would you like having like a backup now?
I mean, I had a backup, so it's
Having Bamba.
huh?
Having Bamba.
It's great. Mo's been in the league for a while. He knows he's a great player. He knows how to play the game. He's smart. His basketball IQ is huge. Big defensive presence, offensive rebound, can stretch the floor. So looking forward to having him out there.
What was it like to be James's teammate tonight as he made a pretty significant milestone for himself?
It was great. I feel like lately we had a lot of those with our players, but it was great. James is one of the best players to play this game, and you know, being second all time in the threes is pretty big. So it's you know, I'm just thankful I get to share the floor with a player like that.
14 games into the season, how far do you think you guys have progressed from, you know, beginning of training camp to now in terms of, you know, incremental progressions on the floor as a team?
I don't know. I felt like we played better to start the year. You know, this last stretch when we lost 3 games, we kind of got away from some stuff we were doing good. So there's a lot of progress to be made. There's a lot of room for improvement.
You said you guys got away from the things that you guys did well early in the season.
Yeah.
Does that happen throughout a season where sometimes you go through some stretches where you just don't do things to the degree that you should?
It does. But for us, we cannot have that. It's like we said from our training camp, the margin for error is very slim for us, and we cannot have games like that. And if we have games like that, you'll see what happens. So you got to be better.
So, it felt like Houston, it was a little harder for you to get your, touches and whatnot. As J.K. Dobbins scores in the game-winning touchdown. So tonight you had 11 buckets. Like, what helped you? What allowed you to kind of get back on track?
They'll let me play one-on-one. It's much easier. Houston just they had Sengun just roaming around, helping from anywhere he was. So it was hard. They were kind of tilting. They were doubling sometimes. So it's just it was harder for me to play like that, and it was harder for the whole team. So we just got to be better.
You know that the Warriors, they like to have their guys roaming as well. You play them tomorrow. What can you, not ask for game plan stuff, but what can you do to make yourself available to help when that kind of defense is happening?
Just I can be better with just randomly ducking in. The ball is swinging. That's where I can duck in the middle of the paint, and it's hard to help from that position. So I can be better on the offensive board, which I wasn't doing well in Houston games, and just being more aggressive. So it's I'll try to do those things, and we'll see how it goes tomorrow.
It's quite American football, Zoo.
My teammates, to the coaching staff, Will Hardy, that's my guy. I love playing, for him. I think he's an unbelievable coach. They give me my opportunity, and every time I see him, I tell him I'm forever grateful for him.
What's been the biggest difference for you these last 3 games now that you started with James? What have you noticed is the difference in those lines specifically with James and Norm?
That's a good question. I think, just the level of play just going to go up. The attention that they get, you got to be ready. And just be ready for the move, yeah.
Your ability to distribute well without turning the ball over, you always had that, or is it something that you're actively focusing on? Like, what's the balance?
Yeah, early in my career I had a lot more turnovers, and then, a lot of teams' emphasis on, not turning the ball over. So I try to, I watch a lot of film. I try to, do the right things and not have the turnovers. That's how you stay on the floor more and coaches will trust you more later in the game.
James said he felt like you wanted to shoot. You could have made more of those threes out there. How is that shot feeling right now? You feel like you're getting great looks alongside James, especially?
Oh yeah, absolutely. He gets like I said, he get a lot of attention. So you got to be ready for those moments. You're going to be open. You just got to be able to knock him down. There's going to be games where you knock him down. There's going to be games, when the ball doesn't go in. You just got to stay level-headed throughout the season.
When you look back at training camp and breaking out of training camp and now 14 games into the season, have you guys progressed as on the court as far as you think you guys could have, or is there still a lot of room of improvement for you guys to go?
I mean, definitely a lot more room for improvement. I think you can tell by that. Just still trying to figure out each other out chemistry-wise, what plays work for us, where guys like the ball, and then, even defensively. There's things that, there's tendencies that I like to do that some people are going to have to read off of, and there's some tendencies that they do that I have to read off of. So it's going to take, a little bit more time, but I think, everybody's willing to put the time in, to get better each and every day. And I think the coaching staff do an unbelievable job just trusting us to